Let me ask you a question. What if I told you that the key to unlocking your dreams, whether it's owning a home, starting a business, or achieving financial freedom, doesn't lie in some secret formula or lucky break? It's not about who your parents are, where you went to school, or even how much money you make right now. The real game changer is something far more accessible and powerful knowledge, specifically financial literacy. Think about it. Money touches every area of our lives. It influences how we live, the choices we make, and the legacy we leave behind. Yet, for something so central to our existence, most of us have never been taught how it truly works. We stumble through life making decisions based on emotions, societal pressure, or worse, guesswork. And what happens? Debt piles up, opportunities slip away, and stress takes over. Sound familiar? But here's the good news: you don't have to stay stuck. Financial literacy flips the script. It empowers you to take control, make smarter decisions, and build a future on your terms. Whether you're dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, climbing out of debt, or simply learning how to save and invest wisely, understanding money is the first step toward turning those dreams into reality. So let's dive in together and uncover the principles that will transform not just your finances, but your entire life. Let me tell you something right off the bat. Money is not just about numbers. It's about freedom, opportunity, and the ability to live life on your terms. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in a financial rut, or that achieving success with money feels impossible, let me be the first to tell you, you're wrong. Not because I said so, but because history is filled with people who started where you are now and went on to create wealth, build businesses, and live lives they once only dreamed of. And guess what? They didn't have some secret formula handed down from the heavens. No, they had something far more powerful: knowledge. Financial literacy isn't just another buzzword tossed around by experts trying to sound smart. It's the foundation upon which every successful financial journey is built. Think about it this way. How many times have you heard someone say, "I wish I'd known then what I know now"? That regret doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from a lack of understanding, from operating blindly when it comes to one of the most important aspects of our lives, money. But here's the good news. You don't have to be one of those people looking back with regret. You can start today, right now, by taking control of your financial future through education. When we talk about financial literacy, we're talking about more than just knowing how to balance a checkbook or calculate interest rates. We're talking about understanding the psychology behind why we spend, save, invest, and give. Money has an emotional pull on all of us. It's tied to our sense of security, identity, and even happiness. But if we allow emotions to dictate our financial decisions without any real knowledge backing them up, we set ourselves up for failure. Financial literacy gives us the tools to make decisions based on facts, strategy, and long-term vision instead of short-term impulses. Now, let's zoom out for a second and think bigger picture. The United States was built on entrepreneurship. It's part of our DNA. From Thomas Edison to Oprah Winfrey, from tech startups in Silicon Valley to small family-owned businesses across Main Street America, the entrepreneurial spirit runs deep in this country. And yet, too often, would-be entrepreneurs get tripped up before they even begin, not because their ideas aren't great, but because they don't understand the financial side of things. Let me tell you, dreaming big is fantastic, but dreaming big and being financially savvy, that's unstoppable. Here's the truth: making your first $1 million isn't magic, it's math. It's discipline. It's learning how to manage cash flow, minimize debt, and maximize opportunities. Whether you're working a 9-to-5 job, running your own business, or somewhere in between, the principles remain the same. You need to know how money works, period. Without that knowledge, you'll find yourself spinning your wheels, chasing shiny objects, and falling victim to get rich quick schemes that promise everything but deliver nothing. But let's break this down further. What does financial literacy actually look like in practice? For starters, it means understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Spoiler alert, your car isn't an asset, it's a liability. Assets put money in your pocket, liabilities take money out. Simple concept, right? Yet millions of people go through life confused about this basic principle. Financial literacy also means grasping the power of compound interest, budgeting effectively, and avoiding toxic debt like credit card balances that spiral out of control. These aren't just tips, they're universal truths that work no matter where you're starting from. And here's the kicker: financial literacy isn't just for adults. Oh no, it's especially critical for young people. Why? Because the habits you form early in life will shape your financial destiny. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine two 18-year-olds fresh out of high school. One decides to dive headfirst into credit card debt, buying things they don't need with money they don't have. The other takes the time to learn how to budget, starts saving a little bit each month, and invests wisely. Fast forward 10 years, who do you think is better off? The answer is obvious, but here's the thing. The second person didn't win because they were smarter or luckier. They won because they made intentional choices rooted in financial literacy. Speaking of young people, let's talk about the mindset shift that happens when you truly grasp how money works. When you understand that every dollar you earn is a seed that can either grow or die depending on what you do with it, suddenly frivolous spending loses its appeal. You start seeing your income not as something to blow, but as fuel for your future. This perspective change is game-changing. It's what separates those who struggle paycheck to paycheck from those who build generational wealth. Let's circle back to entrepreneurship for a moment. Building a business is hard work. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling something. But here's the beautiful thing about entrepreneurship. It forces you to become financially literate, whether you want to or not. Running a business requires you to understand profit margins, overhead costs, marketing budgets, and customer acquisition costs. It pushes you to think critically about how you allocate resources and where you prioritize investments. And guess what? Those skills don't just apply to business, they apply to personal finance too. Take this story, for example. A young woman named Sarah decided to start her own online boutique selling handmade jewelry. At first, she thought success was all about creating beautiful products. But after a few months of barely breaking even, she realized she needed to educate herself on the financial side of things. She learned how to price her items correctly, negotiate better deals with suppliers, and track her expenses meticulously. Within a year, her business wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. And along the way, she picked up financial habits that helped her pay off student loans, buy her first home, and start investing for retirement, all because she embraced financial literacy. So, what's stopping you? Maybe you're thinking, this sounds great, but I don't have time to learn all this stuff. Or maybe you're saying, I'm already drowning in debt. What's the point? Let me challenge those thoughts. First, you do have time. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. The question is, how are you using yours? Second, there's always a way forward, no matter how messy your financial situation might seem. Financial literacy provides the roadmap to get you there. Here's a universal principle that applies to everyone. You must give every dollar a job. Sounds simple, right? But how many of us treat our money like it's disposable? We let it slip through our fingers without intentionality. Budgeting gets a bad rap sometimes, but it's not about restriction, it's about freedom. When you tell your money where to go, you eliminate stress, anxiety, and uncertainty. You take back control. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like the peace of mind that comes from knowing exactly where you stand financially. Now let's talk about debt. Debt is a dream killer, plain and simple. It robs you of options, flexibility, and hope. But here's the deal, you don't have to stay trapped in it. Paying off debt may feel overwhelming at first, but it's entirely possible with the right plan. Start small, celebrate wins along the way, build momentum. And remember, you're not alone. Millions of people have walked this path before you, and they've come out stronger on the other side. Entrepreneurship offers another powerful lesson here. Many successful business owners started with nothing, or worse, with significant debt, but they used financial literacy to turn things around. They learned how to bootstrap their ventures, reinvest profits strategically, and scale sustainably. Their stories prove that while debt may slow you down, it doesn't define you. Knowledge and action do. As we dive deeper into the role of financial literacy, let's not forget the importance of giving. Yes, giving. Some folks hear that word and immediately tense up thinking, I can't afford to give. But here's the paradox, give. Generosity breeds abundance. When you adopt a mindset of gratitude and share what you have, even if it's just a little, you open yourself up to receiving more. Giving doesn't deplete your resources, it multiplies them. And it reminds you that money is a tool, not the end goal. For young people, this lesson is particularly impactful. Too often, society teaches us to hoard and protect our money at all costs, but true financial freedom comes from recognizing that wealth isn't measured solely by bank account balances. It's measured by the positive impact you have on others and the legacy you leave behind. So start small, volunteer your time, donate to causes you care about, teach someone else what you've learned about money. These actions may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they compound into something extraordinary. Let's pivot for a moment and talk about the psychology of money. Understanding how your brain processes financial decisions is crucial. Our brains are wired to seek instant gratification, which explains why impulse buys and overspending are so common. But here's the catch: delayed gratification leads to greater rewards. Studies show that individuals who practice patience and self-control tend to achieve higher levels of financial success. This isn't about denying yourself joy. It's about timing it right. Think about it this way. Would you rather enjoy a five light today or invest that $5 and watch it grow into hundreds or even thousands of dollars over time? The choice seems clear when framed that way, yet so many of us opt for the immediate pleasure without considering the long-term consequences. Financial literacy helps rewire your thinking, teaching you to value future gains over fleeting satisfaction. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: fear. Fear holds people back more than anything else when it comes to money. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But here's the reality: fear is a liar. It whispers lies like, "You're not smart enough," or "You'll never catch up." Don't listen to it. Instead, focus on what you can control. Educate yourself. Take small steps consistently. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's acting despite it. Entrepreneurs know this better than anyone. Starting a business is inherently risky, but those who succeed understand that calculated risks are worth taking. They arm themselves with financial knowledge, weigh the pros and cons, and move forward confidently, even when things don't go according to plan. And trust me, they rarely do. They adapt, learn, and keep pushing forward. That resilience is born from financial literacy. Here's another universal principle: wealth is created through ownership, not consumption. Look around you. Are you surrounded by things that lose value over time, or are you investing in assets that appreciate? Real estate, stocks, businesses, all of these build wealth. Meanwhile, cars, clothes, gadgets, they depreciate faster than you can blink. Choose wisely. Every purchase decision is an opportunity to move closer to your goals or further away from them. Young people, this message is especially for you. Your 20s and 30s are prime time to lay the groundwork for financial independence. Make sacrifices now so you can reap rewards later. Skip the luxury vacations and designer handbags. Focus on building a solid foundation instead. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Delayed gratification isn't sexy, but it's effective. Let's revisit the idea of the first million. Reaching that milestone is less about luck and more about consistency. It's about earning, saving, and investing intelligently over time. Here's a quick exercise. Imagine putting aside $500 a month and investing it in a diversified portfolio with an average annual return of 7%. In 30 years, you'd have over $1 million. Is it easy? No. Is it possible? Absolutely. The key is sticking to the plan, even when it feels tedious or slow. Entrepreneurship plays a huge role in this process. Many millionaires didn't climb the corporate ladder. They built their own ladders. They identified problems, created solutions, and monetized their ideas. Along the way, they leaned heavily on financial literacy to navigate challenges and seize opportunities. If you have a passion or skill, consider turning it into a side hustle. Test the waters. Learn as you go. You might just stumble upon your next big venture. But let's be honest, building wealth isn't just about numbers. It's about purpose. Ask yourself, why do you want to achieve financial freedom? Is it to provide for your family? To travel the world? To leave a lasting legacy? Whatever your why is, let it drive you. Passion fuels perseverance, and perseverance conquers obstacles. Keep your eyes on the prize and don't let setbacks derail you. Financial literacy also teaches us to embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. Mistakes happen, sometimes big ones, but each misstep is a chance to learn and grow. Entrepreneurs fail all the time, yet they bounce back stronger because they understand the lessons hidden within those failures. They see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as detours leading to new paths. Here's a call to action for you. Commit to becoming financially literate. Read books. Listen to podcasts. Attend workshops. Seek mentors. The resources are endless if you're willing to look for them. And don't stop there. Share what you learn with others. Teaching reinforces your own understanding and creates a ripple effect of positive change. Remember, financial literacy isn't a destination, it's a journey. There's always more to discover, more to refine, and more to achieve. Stay curious, stay hungry, and above all, stay committed to your growth. Let me leave you with this. Your financial future isn't something that just happens. It's something you create brick by brick, decision by decision. Financial literacy is the blueprint for building a life of freedom, purpose, and opportunity. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every dollar you save, every debt you pay off, every investment you make, it all adds up to a brighter tomorrow. Remember, money itself isn't the goal. It's the tool that allows you to live the life you've always wanted, whether that means providing for your family, pursuing a passion project, or leaving a legacy that outlasts you. Financial knowledge gives you the power to turn those dreams into reality. You don't need extraordinary talent or luck, just discipline, determination, and the willingness to learn. So here's my challenge to you. Start today. Commit to becoming a student of money. Read one book, listen to one podcast, or take one small step toward improving your financial understanding. Then do it again tomorrow. Over time, these small actions will compound into something extraordinary. And don't forget to share what you've learned along the way. Teaching others not only strengthens your own knowledge, but also creates a ripple effect of change in your community. The journey to financial literacy isn't always easy, but I promise you, it's worth it. Your future self will thank you. So go ahead, take control of your money, embrace the process, and watch as the life you've always dreamed of begins to unfold before your eyes. The best part. This story is yours to write. Make it count.